out of the campaign trail. Cable network TV1 is gearing up to only cover Barack Obama's nominating convention in Denver, and the Republican convention is out of the mix. With a primarily African-American viewer base, the channel says that it's not about the candidate, it is about their audience. But is the network worried about alienating their McCain-supporting viewers? Here now to discuss, the CEO and chairman of TV1, Jonathan Rogers. Fox News political analyst Angela McGlowan also joins us, and media analyst and Fox News contributor Jane Hall. Mr. Rogers, let me start with you and just kind of find out what's going on. And he joins us on the phone. Why did you decide that you only wanted to cover the Democrats' convention and not the Republicans?
Well, in a sense, we're not even covering the Democratic convention. TV1's a 4-year-old cable network that targets African-American adults. And as such, we are there to celebrate African-American culture and achievements. So it was obvious to us when an African-American was in position to run for the highest office in the land that this was a story and an event we should be part of. So we're out there covering Barack Obama's nomination to be president.
Now, I know that a lot of people at home are probably going, wait a second, don't you have to be fair and balanced? Don't you have to present both sides? And your belief is that no, in your case, you don't, because you're not a, quote, news network. Explain that.
Well, yeah, the word news, like Fox News or MSNBC or CNN, the word news is not in our title. In fact, our slogan is lifestyle and entertainment television. So we are more interested, again, in celebrating African Americans. So it's not that we are anti-Republican. In fact, Condoleezza Rice, Michael Powell, Colin Powell, Clarence Thomas, they've all been on our air in major interviews. So again, the African American is the key for us.
Jonathan, thank you very much. He is the CEO of TV1. Angela McGlowan is sitting here and just basically jumping off the seat.
Because I admire him. I mean, I've followed Mr. Rogers and his media career. He's been a trailblazer, not only in media and entertainment, but he's paved the way for African Americans. But in the 21st century, I cannot understand, even though it's supposed to be an entertainment network, why you would just want to show one side of the issue. The convention is not about entertainment. The convention is about the issues. It's the foundation. It decides what candidate you want to vote for. So if you only see one side of the story, how can you make an informed decision? Why keep us in the black, no pun intended?
Jane, when you heard about this, what was your reaction? Do you understand it from the perspective that he's saying, look, we're not a news network, we're entertainment, and this is an African American who is running for the highest office in the land?
Well, I do understand it, and, you know, I also respect Jonathan Rogers, knew him at CBS News, and I think he makes a very valid point. I know on their website they have links out to the McCain campaign as well as Obama, but I think you leave yourself open for criticism if you're going to carry, you know, the pool feed, which is what they're going to carry, even though they're going to have fashion and other information. You know, it does look as if you ought to at least have a little McCain coverage, although to be fair to him, you know, they're under no obligation. I just wish they would cover a little bit of it, because frankly I think we've got too much niching going on. I mean, I was thinking, would Lifetime, you know, say that they were going to cover Hillary Clinton because it's a woman's network? I understand where he's coming from. They've been excluded. I wish they'd also cover a little McCain.
Angela, he said, this is one of his quotes, we plan to cover the convention from a uniquely African American perspective. Explain to me, what is the difference between an American perspective and an African American perspective?
Not a dadgum difference, because any bill that's passed on Capitol Hill doesn't say this is a black bill or this is a white bill. And the only way, Edie, that African Americans can make informed decisions is by hearing both sides. And I'm from Mississippi, and we go to a beauty parlor down there, a black barbershop down there, they either have on BET or TV1. So if they're only showing Obama's point of view, how can we go to the polls? This is our democracy.
You think it's a disservice?
It's a total disservice.
Even though it's an entertainment network, it's a disservice.
It is a total disservice to our community, because Obama is going to be the Democrat presidential nominee. McCain is going to be the Republican one. They need to know the difference.
Jane, just a couple seconds, but do you think from a media strategy point, this is harmful to that network, just showing that one side?
I don't, because I would imagine that they are reflecting their audience and their Democratic support. Again, I think they should cover it, but they're not under any obligation. I mean, maybe, you know, the GOP should be maybe reaching out more to their community. I mean, they're not under an obligation to carry it. I wish that they would. They're reflecting their audience and their pride.
But not everybody that watches TV1. I'm a registered Republican. My brother's a registered Republican. Not everybody that watches TV1 represents that demographic, the Democrat demographic. traffic. And I think the more my community hears more about the issues, they can make informed decisions when they go into the ballot box.
Well, I guess
I tend to agree with you on that.
It's a business, so if the business suffers because they only show that one side, the people will have been heard. And if not, he made the right call. Angela McGlown, Jane Hall, thank you very much for being with us.